everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's burning hot. I feel like I'm going to burn to a crisp in the span of like 10 seconds. Guys, I am back with another video. I just want to start off by saying So I had this video filmed for a while actually, because I had told you guys in my anime video that I filmed that I was going to also be recommending some K-dramas for you guys, and I literally filmed that like the day after. And I uploaded it to my laptop. I deleted the footage from my memory card because that's what I do. It's just what I do. And then I went back on my laptop to like start editing and all the footage was gone. So I was like, and I'm just gonna deal with it and refilm. Not a big deal, you know. I could talk about the dramas I love forever. It's fine. And also, in my last video, and by last video I mean the anime video, I was wearing this necklace that I'm wearing right now, and tons of you guys were asking me where I got it on YouTube, and you guys were asking me on Instagram too. And I was like, let me tell them, this necklace is from an online jewelry store called Ana Luisa. I love Ana Luisa. When I found them and saw this necklace, I fell in love. Almost as fast as I fell in love with Taehyung when I first saw his concept photo when BTS was debuting. That says a lot. Ana Luisa is an online jewelry store that really focuses on sustainability and creating really good products without harming the environment and world and just Mother Nature, and we love that. I really stand by the sustainability side of their business and how they really just pay attention to where their materials come from. I just feel very safe and nice and responsible wearing them because I know that it's not coming from a bad place, which I love. This is the necklace. If you haven't seen it, boop, it's a heart. It's like a pretty thick heart on like a gold chain necklace. Super cute. I want to put it back on. I just want to show you guys some other things I bought from them to kind of like hook you guys in on the jewelry store itself. Let me just share a website I love with everyone so that you guys can get some cute jewelry so that you can be wearing it everywhere after, you know, we're taken off of lockdown. I also have these earrings that I got from Ana Luisa. I don't know if you can see, but they have like a little design, I would say. The back is just like plain gold, but the front has a design, and it's actually an Aquarius design because these are the Aquarius earrings, gold hoop earrings. I just absolutely adored because I love anything that has to do with like my birthday and me, because it just feels like customized, you know. So I love being an Aquarius and I think it's pretty dang accurate. Got these earrings and I absolutely adore these earrings. The other earring is the same. I just don't feel like taking it off right now. The last piece that I have from Ana Luisa that I adore, this silver chain necklace that I also wear in a lot of my videos and pictures because I think I wear this one like every single day. It has a 2 on this side, and then the back silver with the gold inside with an amethyst on the center, which is like my purple birthstone for February. I love that it's silver and gold because I'm the type that likes to wear, like if I'm wearing a gold necklace, I have to wear gold earrings, silver, but with this I can wear silver or gold earrings because it has both. All of the items you're gonna get are going to be like tarnish free. They're not gonna rust, which I absolutely love because like I said, I wear them all the time. The details are amazing, as you saw on this silver necklace. The earrings have amazing detail. I'm not raining in dough. BTS kind of has a really strong hold of my wallet, so I don't really spend on other things. Prices are really good, from as low as like $39 to $40 to the higher range, obviously, because there's always going to be those jewelry pieces that are a little more pricey. I have a discount code for you guys if you guys just give me a second. I have a 10% discount code that you guys can use on your purchases. It's going to be boop. Yeah, so go ahead and shop. Quarantine has me shopping like there's no tomorrow, even though I have no coin. Now I think I can get started into recommending you guys some K-dramas. So just like the anime one, I split them up into categories, and with K-dramas I don't have as many because K-dramas are like about 30 minutes to an hour long each episode. They're longer than anime, so I feel like they're a little harder to binge, so I don't want to overwhelm you guys by giving you too much. But if you guys want more, I can definitely recommend more in another video after this one. Just a PSA, most of these are going to be rom-coms because I am rom-com. I love rom-com. So the first category I want to talk about is like I guess historical fantasy kind of genre. I only have one drama under this that I want to recommend, and it is called Artsakh Chronicles. It is a Netflix drama, so it's on Netflix, totally easy to binge if you have Netflix. It's just all 3 parts are there, 6 episodes each, so in total 18 episodes, all like an hour to an hour and a half long. It's kind of long, but I think worth it. I did not think I was gonna like it because I'm not a big history drama person, but I loved it. It has Song Joong-ki in it. If you guys have watched Descendants of the Sun, that's like a really popular K-drama. He's in that drama. Artsakh Chronicle is set in like an ancient land called Artsakh during like the olden days. It centers around 3 main characters, kind of 4, but primarily 3 main characters. I know that's confusing. The main guy, Song Joong-ki, he was born with a fate that he was gonna bring like disaster to Artsakh because of the day he was born on. The main girl was also born on that same day, and she's also born to that same fate, but also she is born with the fate of becoming the next like leader of her tribe. And then the main, I guess, I don't want to call him the bad guy, but he's kind of the bad guy. He's like the 3rd main character, and he's a war hero of Artsakh. He's like born in a like really good like war family that is very high up in like the ranks. It has a lot of politics involved in it. It has a lot of kind of like details that you really have to pay attention to because they do craft their entire own world, specific words, new words that are like only in Artsakh. It's very much of a power struggle of the main guy, Song Joong-ki's character, the one that was born to basically bring disaster to Artsakh. It's basically his story of trying to overcome that fate and to become a leader of Artsakh and to kind of like take back his place. It's kind of hard to explain because it's really confusing. I feel like I just babbled for like 10 minutes. I highly recommend just jumping into it even without knowing too much about it because you'll learn everything as you go. It's a lot of information, so only watch it if you're willing to read a lot and like really immerse yourself in that world. So definitely check that one out. And then we're gonna move on to the next category, which are basically comedy but more chill, just like easy to watch dramas. Number 1, I have Be Melodramatic, and that is a drama that basically focuses around 3 main girls, and all of the girls are in their 30s. They're all best friends. They always hang out. The drama kind of always has moments where all 3 of them kind of reconvene after going through their own daily lives. One of the girls is a drama series writer. She's really weird, really quirky. One of the girls is a single mother who is the head of a marketing team in her like business, and the other girl is a documentary director who like her documentary went viral, so she's like pretty rich. All 3 girls kind of have romance or tragedy in their lives that the drama really focuses on. It really focuses really well on all 3. I love friendship dramas too, and I just love seeing the friendship of like the 3 main leads because I was like, I could totally see that being me and my friends when we're older. If you guys are looking for like an easy to watch drama that follows multiple storylines but also has like that romance, that comedy, I highly recommend Be Melodramatic. The other drama I want to recommend is called Hospital Playlist. It is still ongoing as I'm filming this video, but it ends this Thursday. I'm so terrified because I know it's going to be a cliffhanger because I know there's going to be a 2nd season, but that's not going to come out till like next year. Hospital Playlist is also a Netflix drama. It is on Netflix. 1 episode came out a week. It's 12 episodes, all like an hour and a half each. Hospital Playlist follows the lives of basically all of the doctors and nurses that work in this hospital, but primarily focuses on the 5 best friends. It's 4 guys and 1 girl. Their friendship is so beautiful to watch. The chemistry that the main leads have is like tangible. Like I can feel it through my screen. It's so good. The drama itself depicts the lives of like not only them but everyone around them as well, like their residents, their families, their personal lives, the patients that they have to take care of. You get emotionally attached to each and every character and also their stories. Like I think the best medical drama that I've seen, and I've seen a couple of medical dramas that I really like, but I think this is the best one. And then I'm gonna move on to kind of like inspirational. First one I want to recommend is called Search WW. I did not think I was gonna like this drama, even though it did not seem like my kind of drama. I just started it and I ended up hooked on it. It was so good. She's in her late 30s. She's super competitive. She's good at her job. She works in like the web portal industry. Big thing, big thing. She's good at what she does. Something happens at her job that ends up getting her fired, and then she ends up moving to the rival company of her past company and trying to make them overcome her old company, because her old company was #1 and the rival company is #2, and she's trying to get the rival company to beat her old company because they kicked her out. That was a lot of companies. It not only follows her story, but it also follows 2 other women's stories that are also in the web portal industry. I absolutely adored Search WW. Highly recommend. Each woman is so dynamic, and all of their love stories are also very different and also very real. So it's really a good watch. I definitely recommend if you haven't seen it already. Next inspirational one I want to mention is just one that I'm sure so many of you guys have seen. It's called Itaewon Class. It is a Netflix drama. It's on Netflix. It has Park Seo-joon, one of the best Korean actors of our generation, and by best I mean I love him. Itaewon Class is about the main guy, Park Seo-joon. He wants to be a police officer when he grows up. He's in high school. His father gets transferred in his job to like a different place, so they have to move, and then his dad tells him, oh, you're going to be going to school with my boss's son. And the main guy's like, okay. But then at school he gets into a fight with the boss's son. Things start going downhill from there. A lot of things happen. I don't want to say outright what happens, even though if you read about Itaewon Class, it'll tell you about it in the synopsis, but I'd rather not say it here. The main guy gets put in jail for a couple years. Life goes on, and the premise of the drama is it's a revenge story, in the sense that the main guy wants to become successful in the restaurant industry in order to get back at the people that hurt him when he was younger. You will hate the bad guys with all of your heart, and it's so inspirational that he basically goes from rags to riches, and he just like overcomes all of the obstacles that are thrown at him. Romance is a big part of the drama, but it's definitely not the focus. So what I loved the most of the drama was the cast chemistry between like the main guy and his restaurant workers. But yeah, I loved Itaewon Class. It was such a good watch. I even rewatched it recently because I made my sister watch it, so I was like, I'm gonna rewatch it. Taehyung V from BTS did a OST soundtrack song for it. I cried. It was great. It's just so good. Now moving on to like mystery intense dramas. The first one I want to recommend to you guys is called The Defendant. It is, ooh, it's such a good one. It's so like, what? It's gonna be a super short synopsis because it's all you need to know. But it's basically about the main guy. He is a prosecutor at a really good prosecutor's office in Seoul. He has a wife and a child. And then one day, all of a sudden, he wakes up and he finds himself locked in a police station. Like he's locked up, jail. And he asks about why he's in jail or locked up. He learns that he was falsely accused of murdering his family. He's currently on death row to like max out the what factor. And to make it even worse, he has temporary amnesia, so he doesn't know what went down. He doesn't know what really happened. He doesn't even know if he's innocent, even though he knows he's innocent. But you know, like you can't prove anything because you have temporary amnesia. It's basically the story of him trying to prove his innocence and recover his memory in order to clear his name. Such an amazing actor. Like the emotions he puts in, he's so believable. He's so like, you can feel every emotion he's feeling during this like crazy time in his life. And I just love Defendant. I highly recommend it. It's so good. It takes twists and turns and you won't know what happened until like the end. The next mystery intense one I want to recommend is pretty dang intense, and by intense I mean like it had me at the end or throughout the entire thing just like the smile has left your eyes. Like already by that title it kind of sounds eerie and scary, and there's kind of 3 main characters, but it revolves around the main guy who doesn't remember his past. He's super mysterious, he's kind of creepy, but not in like a bad way. He meets and falls in love with the main girl. She later discovers that like he's having a hard time remembering his past, like he can't, and she like wants to help him remember his past. She has an older brother who is a homicide detective, and he's like the third main character. He is very doubtful of the main guy that like his sister is dating. He's like, I don't like him, I don't think you should see him, he's creepy, he's mysterious, he's scary, he just gives bad vibes. So they kind of just go against him the entire time. It's kind of a story where all three of them are very intertwined, like their past, their present, and their future just becomes even more complicated like as the drama goes on, because the main guy starts getting his memories back, and it's just like chaos. Just remembering it and remembering all the twists and turns, and you literally are gonna watch it and you're not gonna know what's happening, and you're gonna think you know what's gonna happen next, but you don't. You really don't. If you like lighthearted, you don't like to be very frustrated and like be thinking of a drama for the rest of the day. If you don't like that kind of thing, maybe don't watch this one, because it can be kind of a nail biter, like in your mind forever kind of thing. But if you're in for that kind of ride, I think it's definitely worth a watch if you want to give it a chance. Now we move on to rom-coms, my favorite genre, where I could literally recommend you guys like tons of dramas, but I narrowed it down to 5. First one I want to recommend, tons of you have probably watched this one already, but I was like, if I don't mention this drama, I'm fake. I'm 100% fake. And it is Crash Landing on You. If you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, anything, you will know I talked about Crash Landing on You when it was ongoing all the time. I would even consider it my second favorite drama of all time. If you don't know what Crash Landing on You is about, a short synopsis is that the main girl, Yoon Se-ri, is an heiress to a conglomerate in like South Korea, so she's super rich, and one day she's testing out some new paragliding gear, and then disaster strikes and she ends up paragliding or crash landing into North Korea, and she's stuck in a tree, and the first person that finds her is the main guy, Lee Jung-hyuk, love of my life, man I would marry in a heartbeat, but there are no men like Lee Jung-hyuk in real life. But he finds her. At first he was gonna report her, but then he was like, you know what, I'm gonna help this girl because I can tell she has no ill intent, she's here on accident, let me just help her. He hides her at his house, so he's taking a huge risk as well. He just decides to come up with plans to help her get back to South Korea in one piece without both of them being caught. There's obviously the main evil guy who is like trying to find out who she is. Yeah, and obviously they fall in love, which is like very taboo because it's South and North Korea. It's just like, it's so good. That's basically what it's about in a nutshell, but there's so much more like nuances and just flavor to it that it's just immaculate. The main actors have some of the best chemistry I've ever seen. I want them to get married in real life. That's how you know it's good. How I said Crash Landing on You is my second favorite drama of all time. This one is my first favorite drama of all time. It is called It's Okay That's Love. I recommend this drama to everyone, and everyone that's watched it that I've recommended it to has loved it. It's Okay That's Love follows the main guy who is a mystery writer and also like a radio DJ, and he has like a really tragic past that obviously the drama goes into, and then the main girl who is a psychiatrist. The main girl has very negative attitudes towards relationships and love and everything, so they both kind of have their own flaws in that sense. They're both put on a talk show where they are trying to delve into the criminal mind from like a writer's perspective and an actual psychiatrist's perspective. They immediately butt heads, they hate each other, and unexpectedly things happen where he ends up moving into her house because she lives in like a shared house, so multiple people live in her house and they're now roommates. Obviously that leads to constant bickering. Slowly they learn how compatible they actually are, and they both end up trying to just heal each other's wounds because they're both so hurt from their past. It's intense in that it really tackles some real problems or struggles that people may go through in their life with mental health, with just family problems, with past problems, with like abuse, prejudices, stereotypes. It goes into so much, which I adore. It's way more than just the surface level romance. I don't want to say more because it can get kind of spoilery, but it's just such a good drama. Next drama I want to recommend is one that finished pretty recently. It's called When the Weather Is Fine. It has my favorite Korean actor ever, So Kang-joon. He's the main guy, and the main actress is Park Min-young, which you guys probably know her if you've seen her in like What's Wrong with Secretary Kim and Her Private Life, which are two amazing rom-coms that I also recommend, but I'm not going to talk about in this video. She's like the queen of rom-coms, quite literally. When the Weather Is Fine feels like a big warm bear hug. That's it. It's about the main girl who is a very ordinary, plain main girl from the countryside. When she grows up, she leaves to Seoul because she wants to like teach cello out in Seoul. But then things happen where she just like is very unhappy with her life. She ends up going back home to the countryside and reuniting with one of her high school classmates, Insub, which is the main guy. He runs a bookshop there. She ends up working at that bookshop because she needs money. And their lives just begin to change as they gradually just grow back into contact. They both have a lot of trauma in their past, so they're both very broken people, but they come together to kind of help each other heal those wounds. It's centered around the season of winter going into spring, so automatically that's kind of the idea of, you know, the cold going away, the heart melting kind of idea. I just love all of the stories they tell. Yeah, I love it. Highly recommend When the Weather Is Fine. Period. And then the next drama I want to recommend is called Extraordinary You. It is a pretty recent one as well. I talked about this all the time. I recently made a friend watch it and she loved it. So focuses around the main girl who goes to school at a prestigious high school, and like everyone loves her, and she has like a fiance, and you like delve more into her life and you find out she has like a heart disease. Her fiance does not love her, you know, it's one of those like arranged ones, and they're in high school, so he's kind of just like, suddenly the main girl starts getting like short-term memory loss because things start happening that she doesn't remember happening, she doesn't remember doing, and then she finds out that she's actually a character in a manhwa, in like a comic book. Top it off even more, she finds out that she's not even the main character in the comic book, she is not even a secondary character, she's like an extra. And she also finds out that she doesn't have much time to live because of her heart disease. So she decides to just change her life around. She wants to find her own life, her own love, because she realizes she doesn't even love her fiance, but her character is like programmed to love her fiance. I'm gonna become the writer of my own story. I'm going to be the main character. Binge. And eventually she runs into another student who is the main guy, who makes her heart flutter, and she finds out that he doesn't even have a name. Like, he's worse than an extra. Like, he's just and they get close, and he basically helps her try to craft her own story, and basically trying to craft her own story turns into them crafting their story together. The story basically follows that and just her struggle to like grab a hold of her life. The idea of them being in a comic book is really fantasy-like, but if you take that aspect out and just think of it as a girl who's trying to take control of her life, like be independent, it's pretty like realistic in that sense. Such a good drama. I highly recommend if you're looking for that lighthearted, like we'll give you little cute butterflies because the main couple is so cute. Extraordinary. Boom. And then I want to recommend Because This Is My First Life. It is on Netflix. They recently added it to Netflix. The synopsis for that one is all of the main characters are in their 30s, but the main guy, he's chosen not to marry, which is it's a very like sensitive subject in Korea. Chosen to just invest his money in a house, so he has like a nice house, but other than his house he kind of has no money. The main girl is also single. She doesn't own a home, and she's kind of like struggling in that department. She's kind of given up on like the dating life. Things happen and he ends up looking for a roommate, and she ends up moving in because she needs somewhere to live. He needs a roommate to help him pay it off. He keeps getting pressured by his family to get married, and she has her own reasons and everything. So eventually they just pretend to be married, but it's purely like on paper / to their families and stuff. But then obviously they fall in love because this is K-drama world. It's what happens. It's a cliche, and I love it. But it really focuses on like the idea and institution of marriage in South Korea for like everyone, older people, younger people, just the general problems that young people face, like or may face in their day-to-day life. But not only follows like that main couple and like their struggles, but it also follows another couple who have been dating for a long time, but the guy doesn't want to get married, but the girl does want to, and they're kind of like clashing views on that. And then another couple who is kind of more of just like a more focused on the idea of just having fun, just being with someone you like, not being pressured kind of idea. An age gap, because they have like a pretty large age gap. Yeah, it follows all three of their stories. All of them are friends in a way, related to each other, and it's just so good. Highly recommend it. It will, hey, you right in your feels. It's so good. That is all for my K-drama recs, guys. I tried to narrow it down as much as I could. I have so many more written here, but I will get to them in another video if I can. And again, a reminder, if you guys are interested in any of the jewelry pieces I have, or just want to check out Ana Luisa, which I highly recommend, the link will be down in the description and in the comments. And here's my discount code again to save some coin. Let's match with our heart necklaces, because this necklace is it. If you guys like this video, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and let me know down below what dramas you guys recommend, or if you guys have watched any of these, let me know what you guys think about them. Just want to talk to you guys in the comments, so just please. Thanks for watching. Stay cool, stay fresh, stay loving yourself, and stay speaking yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Camera was kind of far, so I had to grab it, but Taejun says bye too. Bye bye.